is Heidi Neckman with Perfectly Imperfect Yoga, bringing the healing powers of yoga to everybody. So I make these YouTube videos for my students, but if you have found your way to this video, I hope that it serves you for whatever you need. Please make sure that you're not pushing yourself beyond your physical range of motion, beyond anything that maybe your doctor has told you to do, or beyond any sensations of pain. Today, you'll need a strap. So I have a yoga strap, but you don't need to have a yoga strap. You can have, you know what I use a lot, even in some of my classes, I pass out karate belts. You can use a belt, like an actual belt. You can use anything that will give you just some resistance. You can press in, and that of course is long enough to extend your leg out. We will be doing Supta Padangusthasana today, so supine, hand to big toe pose, but we will be using the strap instead of hand to big toe. And we'll be lying down on the floor. We'll begin in our constructive rest. So we want to make sure that our knees are bent, our soles of the feet are on the floor. We have our shoulders nice and wide, shoulder blades under our chest lifted, and the chin is nice and neutral. Strap should be handy. But I always like, when I get into constructive rest, to pause there for a moment. Take some slow breaths in. And of course, release them out, releasing any unintentional tension. Noticing sensations in my body, noticing maybe where I need more attention, where I don't have sensation, where there's more sensation. We'll be moving our legs a lot of different ways, and we'll be feeling sensation. Feeling sensation is fine. Pain, not fine. So we will be feeling sensation. So throughout this, notice how what you do changes the sensation, the location of the sensation, how your body hits the floor. Maybe if it's challenging to angle your foot a certain way or your leg a certain way, and it's not for, that doesn't, I'm not even looking at you. So, and that's not to judge, but it's to notice and to understand better, make a connection. And then of course, continue to breathe in through your nose and release the breath out when you need to. So the first thing we'll do is we'll take the strap, and we'll actually do that whole time. Sorry about that noise. All right. So we'll extend our leg. I have my right leg up, so the right leg, and you want your leg to be straight. So for some people, they automatically straight up like this, and that the leg is bent. So go to wherever your leg can be straight. Place the strap on the ball of the foot. Come back to that place, pressing through the ball of the foot, bringing the shoulders back down to the floor, that nice neutral chin. And first we just press through the ball of the foot. Notice where your knee is pointing, where your toes are pointing, where your heel is pointing. And then try to maintain that when we move the outside of the foot up, or maybe it's forward, but you want the sole of the foot to turn inward. And ideally, you're not going to change the angle of, like, if my toes want to point toward my head when I'm in this position. When I bring the outside of the foot up, I'd like the toes to be in that same place. And we come back to neutral. Now the inside of the foot, side where there's an arch, turn that up, keeping those toes and heel pointing that same direction. The sole of the foot turns outward. Notice where you feel the sensation. And come back to neutral. Bring the toes up. And back to neutral. And now press through the heel. All the time, noticing how each of these movements changes. I can feel this sometimes all the way up into my glutes. Sometimes I don't. I notice every time. And back to neutral. Now we'll switch the strap to the right hand, or right leg's out, right hand. We drop the leg out toward the side and down toward the floor. Do I need to go all the way to the floor? No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'd like to be nice and supported on the ground. Press through the ball of the foot. Try and make that foot sort of pressing flat, not kind of turning one way or the other. Just see how far down it goes. We're straight out to the side. Feel the stretch, notice the stretch. Now I have my knee bent still. So for all of the things that we did before, you could have had the leg straight with that if you want. For the next one, we'll want the other knee bent. So in this case, the left knee bent. So we'll bring our leg back up to center. And then this bent left knee is going to lean toward the right. It is just sort of helping to hold up this right leg. We'll switch the strap to the other hand, and the right leg is going to lean toward the left. Again, I'm not trying to reach over as far as I can. That's why I have that left leg there to kind of stop it. What I really want is to press through the ball of the foot, and then I'm bringing my hip back down toward the floor. Now, especially when I first started doing this, that hip was not going to the floor, and it may never. But what I'm trying to do is move in these two different directions, pressing and pulling, getting a nice stretch, not trying to lean way over because that's going to get me more up here. And this is my target right now. We come back up to center, we'll release the strap. And send both legs straight out in front. We have another side, so hold on to the strap. Just pause to notice difference from one side to the other. Maybe how the back of your knee or your heel hits the floor, the angle of the toes, any sensations like heaviness, tingliness, and notice differences from one side to the other. Take a breath in through the nose and release it out. Bend the knees, place the soles of the feet on the floor. If you're like me, you're really feeling the difference from one side to the other right now. So we're going to take the strap, do the same thing on the other side. Place the strap on the ball of the left foot. Extend the leg straight. Maybe it's like this. Maybe it's like this. If it's like this, just lower it down. Bring the shoulder blades back to the floor. Nice try. Open heart, neutral chin. Press with all the foot. Really feel that sensation. Notice the alignment of your toes and your heel, and then Turn the outside of the foot up. Or if you're like this, it's forward, right? Oh, okay, let me stretch all down the outside of the leg. And back to neutral. Now the arch side of the foot. Still trying to keep that alignment, not moving the heel, but turning the heel one way or the other. If you notice that you do that, then that just means it's something to continue to notice, right? But that may be, there may be an area of weakness. You just want to be aware of it. Back to neutral. Toes pointing. And back to neutral. The heel presses. And back to neutral. The strap into the left hand will drop the leg out toward the side, down toward the floor. Pressing through the ball of the foot. So my leg is nowhere near the floor, but I'm getting a really nice stretch. Bring the leg back up to center. Remember, this leg is bent. You could have had it straight for the other ones, but like this part, you need to have your right leg bent and it leans to the left. It helps to support this leg. We switch the strap and lean the left leg over to the right, pressing through the ball of the foot, bringing that hip back down toward the floor, moving the leg in two different directions. Leg comes back up to center, we release the strap. Set it aside, we don't need it anymore. I tried to avoid that noise for you, I'm so sorry. And extend the legs straight out. Pause once again to notice changes since the last time. Deep breath in through the nose. Release it out. If you want, you can stay here for as long as you want. I'm going to roll over to one side. Say goodbye. Rest up. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through this pose. And I hope that this serves whatever need you have and makes you feel just a little bit better in your body. Thank you so much.